And we need to accept that it's happened, but we need to accept that there's a lesson to learn when it comes to how we react to it, okay? But the end of the month, the magician is ruled by Mercury. This is manifesting everything you ever wanted. And what did I say about the end of the month and all of that major manifestation activity, and that you have the Midas touch, okay? So do not... Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for April 2024. Some quick messages that came through while I was clearing the cards. A lot to focus on. We have the Midas touch, and April is full of a lot of amazing astrological transits. There's a lot of chaos, destruction, rebuilding. But what I want you to focus on, because a lot of big changes are coming in, and you're getting a sense of like getting out there, Uranus, like stepping out into the great unknown with that Fool energy. But when it comes to what we're wanting to manifest, you have the Midas touch, but I want you to remember that with the Midas touch, it's like everything turns to gold, right? In that mythology. So I want you to think less of the things that you want and focus more on the feelings you want. So if it's money you're trying to manifest, is it security, right? Is it the not having the stress of having to think about, how you're going to pay the bills? If it's love, is it understanding that you're looking for? Is it just like that feeling of being appreciated? Like go deeper than the thing that you want and focus on the feeling that you want. And during this month, see if you can spend time just connecting to that vibration of what that feels like, visualizing it, okay? And so again, while you're visualizing what it is you want, focus on the feeling you want. There's something here with loving relationships and this Pluto in Aquarius transformation. So I do think that when it comes to April, it's going to be a lot connected to your relationships, all right? And that there's some wake-up call when it comes to your relationships that is going to transform your life, okay? Now, this doesn't have to just be love. It can be family. It can be career, people you work with. So let's get a little bit into the astrology. I am going to put a timestamp so you can skip right ahead to the tarot spread if you want. I'm also going to be linking an article that has the day-to-day transits. There's a lot happening. It's a lot like February was, right? With like just almost every day there's something going on. But I'm just going to touch on the ones that I think are most important. So at the beginning of the month, April 1st, we got Mercury retrograde in Aries, all right? And so when it comes to that idea of Mercury retrograde, miscommunication, communication breakdowns, technological breakdowns, travel disruptions. This can cause some very severe reactionary behavior, okay? So I'm giving the example of you have a flight, it gets delayed, and you take it out on the person at the front desk who can't do anything for you, right? That's that kind of behavior and communication that we really want to be mindful of, because the tarot is reminding like it's a choice. So you are a fire energy. So if people really get your goat, especially in the first couple weeks of April, I really just want you to be mindful of thinking before you speak or before you react, okay? And then also too, giving grace to other people, because you might be on the other end of that where somebody just reacts way out of line, okay? And instead of responding back with the same fiery energy, it's not your energy. And now all right, that's that retrograde energy right there, okay? So just be mindful of that. Other big one we got to talk about, April 8th, new moon, solar eclipse in Aries, all right? So not only should this activate an energy boost, but there's a lot of breakthroughs happening. You might even get an epiphany, all right, Sagittarius, and especially for a sign like you. I think it might be an epiphany too when it comes to this abundance. So I'm going back to that Midas energy that was coming through, right? Like everything you touch turns to magic. All of the things you want to manifest, like you visualize it and boom, it's there, right? Like this is that star energy, and getting the recognition you deserve. If it's the recognition you deserve, there's a breakthrough that happens where let's say it's like a boss you never liked, and then that boss leaves, and all of a sudden this other boss comes in and is like, hey, I just took a look at your record and wow, like this is crazy. Like you deserve a bonus or a raise, or a new opportunity. So I just want you to make sure that you really visualize yourself as having the Midas touch, but instead of the things, focus on the feelings. All right. Cups are feelings, our emotions, and that was Jupiter in Pisces. And so there's something here to focusing on your vibration versus focusing on the 3D, things that we want. Okay. All right. Another big one that I personally think is very important and very exciting, because there is a lot of like, things falling away and, relationships and major life changes. But April 20th, Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So I want you to go back to the end of December and the end of January, because end of December is when Jupiter went direct in Taurus, and end of January is when Uranus went direct in Taurus. All right. So this rare aspect of Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus only happens every 12 years. So go back 12 years. All right. And think about where you were. Because unlocking this mental mastery it takes to manifest all of that stuff, it takes letting go of some sort of belief. And this might be attached to some cycle 12 years ago. So go back to like 2012 time and see if there was any themes related to your expansion, wanting to break free from something, and see if you can maybe see patterns repeating in some way. Okay. And how we can redirect differently and our actions differently this time. All right. So that was very interesting. So anyways, this rare aspect though is all about just believing in magic. Like there's that burst of excitement of like, oh my God, it's working. It's like, you've always tried doing the manifesting, and then all of a sudden this time it works and you're seeing it. Speaking of it works, it's in my link tree. It's a $4 book, and it just talks about all the ways that you write it down every day, you visualize it, you feel it, and you have to do that like 3 times a day, and you have to be really laser focused on it, but it works. Okay, so that would be April is the perfect time to get that book and be disciplined with it. Like this is something I'm trying to remind myself, and so if you are forgetful like me, put it in your calendar. Like I have on my phone, I have a reminder that is set for 9 p.m. because I know that's when I'm in bed. And it's a reminder that asks me, what are my blocks, fears, and limitations? And so now I'm reminding myself I have to put one in there for when I wake up and in the middle of the day, and one for at night. And so I can do this, this book, right? Now, the other thing too is you're not supposed to tell anybody the things that you're manifesting, okay? Like this is supposed to be something where your mental mastery, your laser focus is on that, and not like kind of parting that energy by like having other people take a piece of it, okay? It's very, very laser focused for you. Okay, what else do we got that's really important? Oh, end of the month. Again, there's so much important, but I'm just going over what I personally feel for the collective is going to be the most important. But remember, there's a lot of Aries, a lot of fire. So do pay attention to those transits. So end of the month, this is what I think is really crucial for the collective. April 30th, we have Mars in Aries, and then we also have Venus in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius. Now, I picture this like that cheesy book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and that whole illusion of like this idea that like they're 2 separate energies, but in fact it's the yin and the yang, and it's actually one full complete energy. And so we all have divine masculine and divine feminine in us. However, in the paradigm we're currently in, it's all about contrast, separation, us versus them, right? And so you're going to see some power struggles when it comes to divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. Now, remember, there are people who identify as female that can have very strong masculine energy. And if they haven't done their shadow work, that is that top-down authoritative energy, the take no prisoners, rules for thee, none for me type of energy, okay? And so we really have to be mindful at the end of the month, because remember, Mars is ruled by Aries. Mars is how you assert yourself. Venus is ruled by Taurus. Venus is love. So we want to choose love. We want to take the path of Venus and Taurus and this transformation that is this collective Aquarian energy that we are all being asked to adapt to, okay? So, however, please do check too, like where those planets are in your chart, because that's also extremely important, because you might see these power struggles in different areas of your life, okay? So like if it's in your 10th house, you're probably really related to your career. You're going to have like a lot of disagreements with leadership or authority. If it's in your 5th house, this could be related to family matters, like having some some strong power struggles with parents or siblings, so just be mindful. And that's the wonderful thing about astrology, is just like looking at your chart, looking at the houses, looking at the planets, and it's more like oh yeah, okay. Because especially when it comes to this type of energy, we don't want anything to make us feel less than what we are, because you get this message a lot, Sagittarius, of like, you need to know how amazing you are, because you are amazing. And part of your transformation is really understanding your worth, and that whatever you're dreaming about, it can come true. It just takes your acknowledgement and recognition to release yourself from any blocks, fears, limitations, and enter into your era, okay? So whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, it really takes cutting out something or someone, is really at the end of the month what we're really going to see. Because especially with that Venus and Taurus squaring Pluto and Aquarius, these power struggles could cause us to need to walk away. And so again, like this is where it's like, I've been hurt so many times, I'm done. All right. And then the universe is like, congratulations, you just leveled up. Very, very interesting. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say when it comes to the astrological, not the ass, but the astrological transits. So I love seeing this at the bottom, because I really think that this is a wonderful card for you to remember, okay? Like, know your worth. Focus on the feeling. You got the Midas touch, so focus on the feeling it gives you, okay? And let's see what we got for Sagittarius for April 2024. Again, thank you for joining me, Sagittarius. Thanks to all my subscribers. Please hit that like button, comment if it resonates in a certain way, share with somebody you think needs to hear this message, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Okay. Oh, that was actually the other thing. So along with this Midas touch, there's this sense of purpose with you this month. There's a big sense of purpose with you this month that it's going to take some dedication and laser focus on what it is we are working towards. But I want you to know that, like, you're doing a service of stepping up into some sort of role, whether it's in your community, your relationship, just personally. But there's something here of like, you've got the Midas touch. How can you use that to be of service? Okay. I forgot that message came through. Interesting to see that. Okay. Okay. Yes. See, you got the Midas touch. What did I say? This is all related to Pluto and Aquarius. So remember, see where Pluto is in your chart, what house it's in, what sign rules it, okay? Like for me personally, I have Pluto in Libra. It's a lot about bringing balance and fairness and justice back into the world. And so you're going to get a lot of activations of whatever rules that, of like, you see the injustices, and that Aries angry fire energy of like, this isn't right, could really flare up. And so instead of the anger, the action, You know, choose action over anger, okay, is really the message you're getting. Overall energy for the month of April 2024, the Hermit. This is ruled by Virgo. This is that reminder that it all comes from within. So whatever you're trying to manifest, it comes from within. Focus on the feeling. This is you going diving deep into your internal world, all right? And you need to have time for this introspection and contemplation. And so, like I said, that book, it works. Like, this is the month to focus inward. What are you manifesting? Why are you manifesting? And what are the emotions you're going to feel? Okay. This is a time, you're a very social and friendly sign, but this is the month to dial it back a little bit and be a homebody. And it's really funny because Scorpio got like literally the complete opposite. Like, they need to be like, they're too comfortable at home and they're not getting out enough. And so like, this is the month for them to really get out there and get out of their comfort zone, because water signs tend to be the homebodies. We tend to be the ones who like are fine not leaving our couch for days. So like, there's something here of like, you gotta focus on your internal world this month. Fascinating to see the Five of Wands here, because the Five of Wands can indicate power struggles. And what did I say about the power struggles when it comes to the dynamics with the collective astrology? So this is ruled by Saturn and Leo. So there's something here when it comes to blocks, limitations, and fears related to your ego that you are meant to I don't want to say fight back, but you're meant to stand up for yourself. But you're also meant to see that it all comes from within. Okay, so whatever it is, like if you're not getting, if you're not in the relationship you want, or you're not getting the raise you deserve, there's something here of like, it comes from the energy you have within first. Okay, so it's like if you are upset with your job, and are you putting your resume out there for other places? Are you networking with people? So there's just a lot of questions here of like, what it all comes from within, okay? But you're meant to really face these power struggles. We're not meant to walk away from it. We're meant to face it. So again, like the peacekeeper, the friendly person, it could be you get pulled into drama and it's like you don't want to be pulled into it, or you don't want to stand up for yourself, but you're meant to stand up for yourself. So that'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But I love this. Okay, this is 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. So this is the perfect energy to have to go within. You are at that vibration you need to just dial it back and let that fire. This is ruled by Mars and Pisces. But again, Mars, how you assert yourself. You are the warmest of the fire signs, Sagittarius, okay? And so really make sure that you recognize that warm fire energy within you and focus on the feeling of that warmth, okay? It could be a relationship too in your life where like everything feels right, and that's the feeling you're meant to focus on. What does it feel like when everything's right? Because when you activate that, you activate everything, okay? All right, Six of Coins. Interesting placement for this, okay? So this is ruled by Moon and Taurus. So I do believe that a lot of that Taurus energy this month, especially when it comes to your finances, is really going to be impacting you. And you're not, like I said, you're not meant to focus on the material. I think we're very much focused on, I didn't get the raise I wanted, or I did, you know what I mean? Like things that we deserve. We're too focused on the aspect of what we deserve and not the feeling of getting what we deserve. Like so much of this is saying like you have to focus on that feeling, okay? What does it bring back, that loving feeling? Is that what you got? No, it's not. Never mind. Okay, for some reason I thought last week you got hold on to that loving feeling, but maybe it was another sign. Okay, what you can change, the 10 of Coins. So tarot is saying you're not meant to, like I said, focus on the physicality of these things you want, but you can unlock this. You can unlock it all. You can unlock that wealth. And it's really a card of discipline when it comes to your thoughts. This is ruled by Mercury and Virgo. And so you have to be very disciplined with the thoughts you're giving that energy. So if it's like, I'm not getting the money I deserve, it's I don't deserve that money, okay? So like you have to really be careful with your thoughts and how you are putting out into the universe things that you want and lack mindset, okay? It's all about that mental mastery. Mental mastery is so important. What you can accept. All right, 7 of Swords. So this I feel like has to do with this 5 of Wands that we need more of. Some lesson when it comes to our ego. And that lesson can do with somebody who we feel like is betraying us or has betrayed us. Or that there's an environment that is just complete chaos, and like we just need to accept there's nothing that we're going to do to change it, okay? But I get more of like this feeling of, it could be an Aquarius too. Like I said, this is ruled by Mercury in Aquarius. But I'm really getting like, we need to accept our part in whatever betrayal, and not saying it's your fault, but just understanding and identifying patterns that bring us to something. Because I don't think this is a one-time thing. I think this is a cycle that like, it's like seriously again, and we need to accept that it's happened, but we need to accept that there's a lesson to learn when it comes to how we react to it, okay? But the end of the month, the Magician is ruled by Mercury. This is manifesting everything you ever wanted. And what did I say about the end of the month and all of that major manifestation activity, and that you have the Midas touch, okay? So do not sleep on that. And remember, it takes the mental mastery, the Virgo discipline, all right? Discipline. It works. Get that book. It's $4, all right? It's in my link tree. It takes the discipline for you to realize I can have all those things, but it's not the things, it's the feeling, okay? And it takes you having the discipline to learn what you need to learn, and write those intentions every day, visualize those intentions every day, and yeah. Because again, it takes the inward though, okay? All right, so let's see what we got. What past life energy is going to help Sagittarius with the mental mastery it's going to take to manifest? Interesting. Also, those relationships can be very related to karmic relationships in your life. All right, you got authority figures. You might, like I said, there was a lot of Uranus rebellion. Okay, so if you're feeling agitated, you might, you might be in my generation of Pluto and Libra. All right, so in your previous and current lifetimes, you followed rules that were set down by authority figures such as parents and teachers. You have also encountered intimidating or cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who were power hungry or abusive. These situations can lead you to fear authority figures and succumb to their will in the present. Okay, so like I said, there's something of like not standing up for yourself in some way. While it's normal to sometimes be intimidated by powerful individuals, fearing authority figures can lead to unhealthy passivity. For example, you may feel pressured to bow to another's rule without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobias in which you negate your own needs to avoid arguments and disharmony. Why you need more of the 5 of Wands? This is conflict. Okay, if you're avoiding conflict, you're not meant to do that right now. There's something with your Saturn there. In some cases, this can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness. That's why that 5 of Cups was there, in which you don't even try to improve it. To heal this situation, fill yourself with self-love and self-esteem and see yourself as being whole and healed. Oftentimes, just remembering past life details will lead you to clearing and healing. Now, remember what I've been saying to you since Saturn went direct in Pisces in November. Your focus with the blocks, the fears, limitations is knowing your worth, self-love, and like knowing how amazing you are. People love you, and that energy, it has to come from within. That light is from within, okay? Amazing. Okay. Let's see what empowering question is going to help Sagittarius release that fear when it comes to past life authority energy. Now, too, with that past life, it doesn't have to be like an actual past life. This could be if you're a parent, your life before kids. If you're in a long-term relationship, your life before that, your childhood. So always take that how it resonates, you know, like if you had like a parent who is very strict, or, you know, a teacher that like was very strict and it like really stuck with you or something like that. Okay, empowering question. How would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? Again, this goes to that feeling. How do I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? Make sure that whatever you're manifesting is toward that vision, okay? Okay, archetypal card for Sagittarius. This can be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part is for you to be the hero of your own journey, Sagittarius, okay? Archetypal energy. I feel like this is probably related to that authority figure too. So let's see what we got here. Okay, this again, going back to seeing that Five of Cups. All right, orphan child, light attributes, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving, shadow attributes, feeling of abandonment that stifled maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay. Now, again, this doesn't have to be you. This can be this energy. So somebody in your life can be really showing this shadow energy, and it resulted in the Seven of Coins. I'm sorry, Seven of Swords. Okay, let's get a dragon card. Okay, now, what dragon energy? It is the year of the dragon, so I will be doing dragon cards for all of 2024. What dragon energy is going to help Sagittarius? Self-love, self-worth. And remember, you got the Midas touch, and there's something here when it comes to the power of that energy and how you can help the collective. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, there it is. Okay. Fire and water dragon. I love this. So there is a lot of Pisces energy this month too. So look at those Pisces placements as well, okay? And I always tell this to fire signs. Don't be afraid of the water. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Don't be afraid of those feelings you want to feel, because the water helps, okay? Like, you have to embrace your water side, okay? All right, so fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. All right, expect the unexpected and have fun. So yeah, that Uranus energy is going to be encouraging that, okay? All right, let's see what crystal energy is going to help Sagittarius embrace the change of April 2024. Nice. All right, what do we got? I love this. You got Kunzite, which is heart activation. And so again, like I said, there's so much here to the feeling, not what you're seeing in front of you, but what you're feeling, okay? Heart activation. This heart activation, like I said, it's the within. It's self-love. So much of this is related to self-love. So love yourself, okay? All right. Now we're going to do a clarifier, and then we're going to close this out. Thank you so much again, Sagittarius, for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment if it resonates in a certain way, share with somebody who needs to hear this message, and let's see what the tarot has to clarify for April 2024 for Sagittarius. Wow. Well, this is a big one. So the Magician, I'm just going back to that mental mastery and the Midas touch. You got judgment in the world, okay? Saturn, the karmic completion of some lesson in your life, all right? And going back to that 12-year cycle of that Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. That's only every 12 years. So think about 12-year cycles. Okay, there is a cycle in your life that is closing, and it's bringing in the judgment. Pluto in Aquarius is bringing you everything you want. All right, so work with the energy. Don't work against it. Again, thank you for joining me. And as always, Sagittarius, shine your inner light. You've got this.